Now, I have to make sure I got some volumes here.
Stream is live.
Streaming live. Hey, hey, people. Who all's in here? Let's see who's in here. Okay, Dorothy and Partridge Family and Prairie Prospecting. I can see him. Who else is in here? Scrappy. Um, let's see. Hey, we're going to be doing some designing and goofing off. And I learned a new trick. You want to see my new trick?
Yeah.
I take my phone and I turn it on, and then bingo. I said, no, start. I forgot to hit the start button.
Hey, Chew.
Look at that. And if I turn it, but it lets me throw my, like, if I wanted to show you what I'm printing, I can like come over here and say, see, there's I'm printing Marvin the Martian.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
I've got a lot
Partridge.
of the pieces already done. Hey, I hear somebody knocking on the basement door.
Hey,
Let me
Partridge
see.
family. Prospecting. Welcome here.
Look at there.
Stacy.
Oh, and also, I've gotten a new piece of software that will let me take a headshot, just a regular photo.
Yeah.
And do what?
Look at that. If I hit this button right here, I can turn it to the. Look at there. That's my wife. I took a photo, a picture that. Matter of fact, I took the same picture that's right there on the puzzle,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and it converted that photo into a bust.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I thought that was just like awesome. And let me get back to my. There we go.
You're pretty tech savvy for a young guy.
Yeah, they started me in grade school when I was 42, so I got a head start on everybody. But yeah, hey, I've sent me up a oh here after I make everybody drunk from walking around with my phone. Um, by the way, when we do our challenge with Travis,
Yeah.
there's my jug that I'm going to use.
Oh, jeez.
You like that?
You got the
That's
plug in the
good.
jug.
Um, and then there was see the Battle of the Border. Here, I'll pull it out. Now I haven't gotten it stained yet.
Oh, the plaque.
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
haven't gotten it stained yet, but check that out. Try not to laugh, champion.
Nice.
The Battle of the Border, Canada versus the United States. You got the flags on there. And then
That's
what I'm going
great.
to do is on the back, I'm going to laser a grid that has date. Well, let me do it this way: date, challenger, defender, and then we'll be able to. The person that won will be able to put their name out there beside it. So
Nice.
every 3 months, we'll fill that out, and then somebody will send it to whoever wins, or keep it if they successfully defend their championship.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the what's printing on the printer right now is Marvin
Here's Marvin.
and the telescope. So here's the other pieces. So like, yeah, there's Marvin, part of his head.
No.
So when I'm done, this thing's going to be about, I guess, about 18 inches tall.
Oh, the
Look,
the the P-38 space modulator.
oh yeah, it's actually attached to. Let's do it that way. It's actually attached to the telescope. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and share so that I can pull up my Fusion 360. I had to fix a, oh, wrong window. I had to fix a water bottle that my wife broke. So let me see if I can do this. Share screen. Yes, yes, yes.
Partridge family wants to know what program do they need to go from photo to 3D, Hillbilly?
Good. It's a website, and now you're going to make me. Now I forgot. Hold on. I'll have to look it up because I only did it once, and I can't remember. So I will pull it up though. And matter of fact, you should be able to see what I'm doing. Seeing, right? Hey,
Yep.
got some flowers. Um, let's see here. Let's pull it up and see if we can find it. Dun, dun, dun. And don't look at if you see something pop up that shouldn't. It's because I'm doing research. That's it. Research.
Oh, okay.
For research purposes only.
Yes, it was. Here, I'll just search it this way. I did. Here's exactly the way I found it. Okay, AI generated 3D bust. AI headshot generator. That's right. Instant headshots, I think, is the one. Let's see. Log in. Continue with Google.
And that's a free program?
Now the one I used was it had a free version. I can't remember if I was let's see. I'm creating the headshots for my yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. So what you do is you just I'm gonna go ahead and upload from this computer. Hold on a second. Let me do it this way. I'm just gonna go over here to my favorites and I'm gonna pick I'll pick one of my I don't know. Let's see. I'm just gonna pick the first headshot that I see.
Oh no.
How many computer screens do you think he's got, Stacy?
I think he's got 4.
That's right. 4. And there's a headshot of my
Yeah,
dad. Let's
he's
do
got
that.
like, I think he's got 3 down below and then 1 up above.
Wow.
Oh, wait, this is not the one. This is the one I started with. That's why it looked familiar, but this one requires at least 10 shots.
Oh.
So let me Okay, I will have to find it and get back to you on that. I've done so much
Sorry,
stuff here lately that I have.
sorry to get you off on a tangent.
Ernest, I'm sorry I missed your call. Um, I about got the shipment ready to come to you. So, okay. Okay, now I'll show you my Fusion 360. Now, what happened was my wife had a. Oh wait, I didn't share that, did I? Let me do this. Oh, I did. Okay. My wife had a water bottle, and this is the part that it was one of those that you can open up the little spigot,
Uh-huh.
and that went on the little spigot to open it up, and then you close it, and it broke off. So she'd have to use her fingernail to dig up in there.
Oh.
So I just redesigned it. And matter of fact, there's the broken one. And you can see where I glued it back together so that I could measure it, get
Well,
accurate measurements. So, but we are going to start in here with a new design. And I want to rough this out first. And I think when we're roughing it out, we might need to just go straight to paper. What do y'all think?
Yep, paper works first.
Okay. So I'm going to bring it back here. We'll matter of fact,
What?
if you don't mind, I'm going to bring myself up and take that
You
stupid blur off of it.
so you're real using real paper, not like cocktail napkins or anything?
Oh, oh, well, wait till you see this paper. You see the barcode?
Oh geez.
When I'm done, I can take a picture of it and it takes it to my phone
Oh God.
and puts it in a little app and it will automatically email it if I need it emailed. Now let's get that stupid blur off of here. Okay, and to do that, hit that button there and wait. Did it
There
work?
you
There you
Yes, it
go.
go.
worked. Okay, so what we're wanting to do, let's pull everybody back up. What we're wanting to do is design a mini wash plant. Basically, I want a miniature version of what would sit out there in a mine site, but it's all going to be run off of Arduino. And well, we'll make a version that is manual that doesn't require the other fancy stuff. But I do want a version that's run off a little Arduino where it can monitor like flow rate of the water and say different settings and stuff on there.
Okay.
But I know Stacy's saying, keep it simple, stupid. Wait, no, that's
Exactly.
not the saying, is it? You're telling me you're like, keep it simple, stupid. Okay, so basically what I was envisioning, and now you tell me where I'm wrong here, everybody, not just one. Oh, by the way, there's the new essential
Ooh.
oil pins. It's got a little diffuser in the end. So, ooh, I can't use this one because that one's going to somebody. Huh, I know who it is. I just can't think of their name. Okay, there we
Let
go. We'll
me
do this one. Same thing. Now,
uh,
what I was in picturing here. Let's see. If we do it here. Is now I'm looking at it from the kind of top and front,
okay.
but I was envisioning something that basically I don't know. Is that visible enough?
Yeah.
You might have to make yourself big.
There. Okay. So basically, what I was envisioning is right here is your hopper feeder. Okay. So
Okay.
you put your concentrates in there. I'm going to come through from the outside here with a shaft that goes into a screw drive that then sits there and feeds your concentrate through the screw drive. These will be slanted down into it, so it kind of like a little valley down in there, and then the screwdriver will just push it on out. And then here's where your water starts hitting it right on this like front half, and then our
Okay.
riffles and things come down through there, and then out. What do you think? Is that? I mean, that's just simple, right? Is that all we need?
I,
So are you going to have it? You're
I'm
going to have a hopper feed then?
Yes, I was gonna have a look. What got me thinking about this is I was watching Travis the other night sit there with his spoon, putting little bits in at a time, and I got to thinking, all we got to do is make a little screw feed right here, and you can just dump wads of it in there and let it feed it a little at a time. And then I got thinking, wait, if we do that, we can make a little miniature wash plant, and that it just grew from there. So, but
or
have I got the idea? Because I mean, we don't need a trommel or a shaker or anything like that. All we really need is a way to feed and some ripples to some Legion sluice mats to catch it in, right?
There you go.
so you're okay. Let me see here. So hopper box, comes in. And so are you augering? Let me see here.
Yeah, an auger. Same. Yeah, screwdriver. I just call it.
You're right.
I don't get the terms right sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, I think if you have a hopper and then your screwdriver in the bottom.
So, Scrappy, you're thinking that we definitely need to put some miner's moss in there?
Oh, wow.
There goes a shot across the bow, right, Stacy?
Oh, wait. Is that yours? Is that
Yeah.
your knife?
Oh, see if it's got fingerprints.
Yeah. So we're just going to come out and
Yeah,
then.
Scrappy, I was going to try to work that in later, so I'm glad you helped out. Basically, what I'm wanting is a little machine that I can just pick up, set on there, fill up the water tank, hit a button, and it come on, and me just start feeding stuff into it.
That's more than I've ever thought of. I used to have just a chute and put the stuff in the chute and then run the water, like a little fish aquarium pump, run
Yeah.
that through there and it would carry it on down.
I understand that, but
You're gonna have to dry.
Oh,
It's gonna have to be dry product then, probably. So it
Bummer,
doesn't.
Scratchy. Hey, BC Bummer. Coming
hang on,
from.
let me get a piece of paper here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to need a piece of. Yeah, because he's drawing. Oh, and by the way, I've already got a pump because one of the things I was doing, I've designed an automatic refill for our coffee pot upstairs. So I drilled a hole in the side of the tank on our the K cup, the Keurig,
Yep.
and went into it, sealed it, and I've got my water hose now going directly into the side of the tank. And I've gotten two sensors, water sensors, one for the top of it that
High
says it's
low,
full, and one at the bottom that says it needs to be filled up.
high
So
low. Yep.
if it comes down, then it says a switch, hits a pump, solenoid, switches it over, pumps it up, fills it up from our filtered water automatically.
Well,
That way we
as long
never
as
have to
your
go
high
get
sensor
water.
doesn't crap the bed, you're good.
Right, yes. Wait, what? Yeah, if the sensor goes out, we're in trouble. But we do have a moisture detection that'll shut the power off to that
There you go.
section. Yeah, I make too many mistakes to not have like triple backups on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, backups, redundancy, all that stuff. Yep.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to move this one down to a different monitor because it looks like I'm praying to
That
somebody up in
stupid
the
pen doesn't
clouds.
work with a.
Let's put it over here. There we go. There, that's better.
Right. I need a better pen.
Hey, I know a guy that makes those.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead while he's doing is set up our sketch. We start with a sketch, and by the way, some of y'all are gonna learn some Fusion 360 here.
See if this works. This pen works.
Okay, while he's
Yeah.
doing that, I'm gonna go ahead.
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, hi. Just checking my pen here.
Oh, okay.
You got high class. You got a grocery bag for drawing.
You know what? How good are you at directions? Let's try something here. Watch this. Okay, I'm gonna start a sketch. You don't have to worry about the details, but we're gonna start building it from the ground up. Right there, okay? So we're looking straight down on it, okay?
Got
All
it.
right.
So let's push this out and let's go ahead and work in the positive. Now, how wide, long and wide, let's start with the sluice run itself.
Loose run.
The width depends on your water volume.
Okay, for what we're what we're designing here, what do we want to start with?
Well,
How
I'm
fast?
just thinking, how big of uh, a desktop? Are we talking like 6 by 12, or are we talking 4 by 8, or inches? I'm talking inches. Sorry, guys.
My super
Um,
concentrator is 6 inches wide. I'd say 4 to 6 inches is probably good.
4 inches wide, 6 inches long.
Okay, let's
No,
I'm just
it's mine's 4 to 6. So that would be a good place to start for width, I think.
okay. Well, I was
huh.
just for let's get a base going. Let's start
Yeah.
at the bottom and work our way up.
Yep. I agree, Stacy.
Okay, then
So
let's just start with a 4 by 6. Ziggy, convert 4 inches to millimeters.
4 inches is 101.6 millimeters.
Okay, so let's go 100 millimeters. Shut up, Ziggy. Okay, there.
and
Your run, I guess, is how much do you want it to hold?
There we go. Okay, 100, and you were going 4 by 6, so we'll do 1 by 100 by 150. Okay, so, no, let's go ahead. Yeah, 150. By 100. Okay, so, whoop. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go ahead there and move it right there. So now we've got our sluice run right here. What are we going to... Okay, I'm not envisioning this. So water's going to be coming in from the right side.
Okay.
So let's put her hopper over there. I'm just going to make the hopper. We're going to start the same. Oh wait, no, I got a better idea. Scape. Okay, let's go ahead and extrude this out and make our box. Okay, so let's do another one. Here. Offset. Let's make it. Ah, wrong way. 3 millimeters. Yeah. Okay. Let's extrude this puppy up and make our box.
He has a few different printing beds, Partridge
So,
family.
sketch.
I don't know what size they are though.
And let's extrude.
next question, Hillbilly.
And we'll take.
Can you print like pipe?
3. Now let's take this one.
Why is that, Stacy? Hose is pretty cheap.
Oh, I was just thinking. You know what I mean?
How high do you think the outside edges should be?
How much water flow are you going to have to go down it? Probably only
Half
twice
the. Let's see.
twice the width of the
Going
riffle, I
4
would
by
say.
6. An inch? Do you think an inch tall rails along the side or edge along the side would be enough?
Oh yeah.
Inch by 4 times 6 is 32. So that's 30,
Let's just make it
32 cubic
40.
32 cubic inches.
Okay. Why did it do the whole stupid thing? I
How
want
high the
that
riffle's going to
one
be, Stacy?
extruded 3.
Stand
I
by.
want that one extruded 40. There. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to cut a hole over here for our stuff to come into. So let's do a sketch on this plate.
So, Hillbilly, can I interject something?
And what we're going to do is we're going to lay out our lines.
They're going to be
First,
about
find the
an
center
eighth.
point. Wait,
So, Hillbilly, can I interject something?
this way. Let's
Do
put
you know
a
much about slick
circle
plates?
in. Make it 20. And then we're going to take that.
Stacy, you know what a slick plate is, right?
Center point needs to
Yep.
be at 13. So let's put as a construction line across there at 13. So that would be 13 right there. Come on. Is that far? There's 13. So we got as a construction line. That gives us something to mess with. And we want to put the center of the circle to the center of the construction line. So that's cool. We can just do this, that, that. Okay, now, no matter what we do, if we resize this over here, I already selected the other geometries. Okay, so if we select this one, resize it, I want to
Splendor.
resize it. Oh, uh, never mind. Just trust me. It does. It resizes and keeps that right in the center. Okay. Now I want a line from here. Get in there. Right on the center. Now let's go tangent down to the bottom edge of this. There. Let's got that line. Let's put one over here same way.
Praise you, Jesus. Bring it on.
Line.
Oh, yeah, look at it. It's coming.
Oh.
It's okay,
Well,
Marcia. It's just rain.
now I want to. It's got that one. Put another one 3 out. Right there.
Something else.
And let's put another one 4. There.
What are those lines for?
Look
Just
at that. Boom. Now, if we're going to do here. Oh, okay. I know how we can do this. Let's take this circle and let's do an offset by -3. -3. There we go. Beautimus. That's a new word I made up.
yeah.
Okay. And then we'll go from this point here to that. And then we'll go this point. Now, this may not work, but if it does work, I'm going to think, oh, that's really cool. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a push, and we're going to cut a hole in the side of our box to let the water in. So
Okay.
finish that,
That's what I was.
and we're going to turn it just a little so we can see what we're doing. And select that. Let's extrude that way. Make a cut. Hey, we got a hole in our bucket. Now,
Dear
I want
Elijah.
So,
to
are you going to use a through-hole fitting and a hose onto that, or what's your plan?
extrude that one, and that one that way by 20. No, we want, okay, if we're doing 100, we need at least 50 right there. Oh, look at that. Let's go bigger. Let's do 75. Beautiful.
Okay.
There we go. Now, what do we have here? We have a box with a hole in it and a place to put. You know what? So, what do y'all think so far? I'm not hearing anything.
Um.
It's okay. We're
Oh,
here.
look. So
Maybe
that's the
here,
base
let's see.
for.
My printing bed is 450 by 450 by 500, I think. Um,
So that's about a foot and a half by a foot and a
Here,
half.
I know how I can
Yeah.
see. Somewhere I've got this up. It's actually printing that.
You want to see a really
Oh,
bad?
yes, the print size on the bed is
No, it's gonna be the regular. Now, we need that one.
What did we say the bottom was going to be?
big.
4 by 6 or
Okay,
four
yeah,
by?
it's big. Let me see.
So I
Okay.
see, Hillbilly,
It's
that
the
you're directing.
Anytunic Cobra 3 Max.
The way it's set up now, all your solids are going to go down right down the center of your
So it
sluice.
is. Bum, bum, bum. Ta-da. Where are we at? Where are we at?
Oh, you want to see a really bad sketch?
Golly.
Enlighten us, Stacy.
All right. Well, make me big a second.
Where is.
No, I don't know if you can see this. Okay, we have a hopper
420 millimeters by 420 millimeters by
that
500 millimeters.
that drops
Sorry
down
about that.
into like an auger.
Now, what do y'all think so far of what we've got? Ah, I see a picture. How come I can't hear you?
I don't know.
I can hear him.
Wait, maybe I can't hear anything.
Oh, and
No, I
oh,
can't hear him.
oh, I'm here. Oh, auger at the bottom that rolls it out to the
Okay, that's better.
sluice.
Let me see if I can fix this stupid thing.
Rolls
Got
down the sluice.
to get his
Drops
ears
in.
back on, Stacy.
Oh,
Get your ears on there, Hillbilly.
let me turn the light on too. Might help.
There, Stacy, turn the light on. Can you hear better now?
Yeah, really quality, drawing paper here.
Hey, it's not single-use bags.
Yeah, I can even.
Yes.
Yeah, that don't help much. But like I
Hello?
say, hopper, sluice, a tank, and then a little catch at the very end, a little catch basin for
At
um
first, you don't
all your
succeed.
fine stuff. And you might have to either have
Hi,
let's say
Jody.
a
Welcome.
block up here or a little handle up here where you'd be able to empty this little bin, and a spot for you could dump it out. And then you got, let's say, your pump over here and coming out. Either have, let's say, water bar here and then water coming up to your sluice. Just a quick and oh, my top view, my hopper
Yep,
here and
yep,
my sluice run
yep,
going into the hole. You know,
yep. That's
kind of
pretty
a,
basic, Stacy. That's pretty good.
if you can see that. I don't know if you can, but
No, you want to keep it KISS. That's good.
so yeah, grocery bag redneck engineering. Well, that one there, that isn't too bad. Here,
Now
I'll color
Hillbilly's
it in.
talking and I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
Hey, backyard trucker, welcome in.
Maybe I can color it.
I can loan
Arts
you
and
some of my
crafts.
crayons.
Yeah, arts and crafts. There, you can see the sluice now, right?
Yep, I can see it, buddy.
And you got like a little pump back here and the tank, and then be able to catch fines and stuff for you can
Yep.
get rid of them. So yeah, there's an idea. Maybe. Oh, okay. You
Hillbilly,
can see it better
Hillbilly,
on
drop the
TV
one in
than
the chat if you can hear us.
yeah. Yeah, we can't.
Yeah. So, Stacy, how was your day, brother?
Oh, wrong.
Yeah. Got thunder rolling through here right now.
Well, you can keep that. We had rain this morning.
Yeah, we need to green the grass up here. It's all brown.
No, I got green grass. I need to mow.
Oh, I don't have that problem yet. Everything's brown.
And the dust is.
Plus, I got to pick up all the dog turds.
No,
Oh, he's
isn't
switching
that
his.
fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you don't
No,
want
but
you don't want kids dragging it into the house and
no. Oh, I picked it up once after wintertime here. The boy picked it up for me, but yeah, once a week you got to go out there and do the rounds. I can't get the dog to poop in a box.
yeah.
If I could get the dog to poop in a box like the cat, I'd be set.
Well, I know. I wish the cat would go on the cat will come in and while you're on the can, and
Yeah.
go, hey, what are you doing? It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm doing what you need to be doing, and it just
Exactly.
hasn't. And Bob isn't that smart, so.
Sometimes my cats go right beside the cat box. I'm like, what were you thinking?
Oh yeah. And or the other one is like they sit in there and dig and cover and cover and cover. It's like, okay, you're done. How many times do you have to bury it?
Yeah.
God.
Call that cat box mining. You got to go in there and get it all out.
Or they have to move all the litter to one side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, what?
Or kick it out on the floor. That's always a nice one
Yeah.
too. I got miner's moss around my litter box.
Yeah. And my cats don't like it because I even tried to put like a box because we have an open top litter box. I tried to put a box on it and they were just like, they wouldn't go in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they wouldn't go in. But because we got two cats, so we got two boxes, but they'd use the other one because heaven forbid the other one has a cover over it. Or the other, heaven forbid, would be because we have just food in their dish all the time and they graze when they want to. We're not on a set schedule or whatever. Heaven forbid their bowl gets down and when they've eaten. And
if you can see the bottom, it's the end of the world.
And there's carpet food, we call it, because they've spilled it out. Heaven forbid we have to eat carpet food.
If my cat water bowl gets halfway down, he drags it all over the living room. And if you can see the bottom of his food bowl, you think there's a great starvation like Africa going on.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah.
They holler and yell and complain. Yeah. We're dying,
Oh, yeah. Or you get up in the morning and they follow you around and oh, Dad, I want treats.
Yeah. Or you go pee at 4 in the morning and they're right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The worst, the worst ever was I in the bathroom and jumped up on my lap and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I can't have 5 minutes alone.
No, you don't dare close the door when there's cats in the house. They're like, what are you doing in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We just leave the door and then they come in and out because it's just easier to like turn the tub on a little bit and then they
Yeah.
can go in there and drink when they want. So we don't have to deal with that. Well, especially during the winter, we leave a little water running for pipes don't freeze.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now they got
Exactly.
used to it. So now it's like, oh,
Just go drink out of the bathtub.
yeah.
Yeah. I know I got one cat. He wants me to turn the tap on slow so he can drink out of the tap. We give him Brita water in his water bowl, but no, he doesn't want that. He wants to drink out of the tap.
Or Bob will put his hand in and then lick his hand.
Yeah, yeah. Wet and lick, wet and lick.
And
It's like,
it's
just
like,
drink the water.
just drink, you idiot.
Oh, we love our fur babies.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The big joke in the house is, Pet and Bob, and when I get home from work, and it's like, did Mom microwave you today? Good, Oh, heaven forbid you had to eat carpet food today.
Yeah.
Or, God, these cats are spoiled rotten.
Oh, they
And,
are.
and I don't know what I did or what it was, but Bob has decided that it's human.
Well, there you go.
And, oh yeah, I can sit and watch TV, and the cat automatically jumps on my lap, gets comfy, and lays down. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm going to sleep. And it's like,
Yeah.
did I invite you up here? No, you're just my human. Just deal with it.
Yeah. Dogs are man's best friend, but cat's your roommate that poops in a box in the corner.
Oh God.
Yeah. I know when they're good cats, they're my cats. When they're bad cats, they're Abby's cats.
Oh. Well, we got the first one. We got Heidi for Annette to have, a companion while I'm working. And then her brother Bob, was the only one left, and I'm like, all right, go get the other cat. And so that was her cats. But
Yep.
yeah, we figured out how that works.
Yeah. Nobody owns a cat. Cat owns you.
Yeah, I'm Bob's human and Heidi's Annette's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, freaking Bobcat.
Oh, I always see him walking around you there.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't have 20 minutes by myself. He's got to be around me.
But I come home after work and I get in the door and the dog's there, of course, but then the cats are there waiting too. They all want their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like kids.
Yeah. We got
Did we
enough
lose
kids.
Hillbilly or what?
I don't know what he's doing. He must have really crapped the bed or something.
Yeah. I guess it's the Kelly and Stacy show.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, my biggest worry was he was putting his input into the middle of his sluice run, and then you want to use the whole width of your sluice run, right?
Right.
So
That's why I was thinking, at that very end, having where the water trickles back in, and then you
Yep.
have something you could pick up and kind of wash out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
You
it's
don't
gonna
want to put
have
on the
your
center of your sluice and have the end outside of your sluice have nothing in it.
right.
Yeah. So that's why I'm afraid if he's directing his water right down to the center too, it's just going to run down a river down the center of his mats, right? The water will spread out, but the solids won't.
Right. And then, having a way to get rid of some of your, let's say you're running somebody's pay dirt on your desk,
Yeah.
and you have to have a spot to have, let's say, a strainer
Yeah.
to to kind of keep the big chunks out, and then
Yeah.
you have to make sure we have your pump up just
The string goes on top of the hopper. Yeah.
up up off the bottom,
Yeah.
so it's
That's
not
right.
recirculating that real fine silt, because that'll just eat that pump up.
Well, yeah, that drives me nuts when I get muddy water and then you got to dump out all your water and wash the silt out.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you're running and it picks up a rock and then your pump just stops.
Yeah.
And you have to pull the bottom off. And
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times it helps if you can put your pump in another cup or something. Hey, I think we got Hillbilly back. Can you hear us? Oh, we can see him.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything at all. I think you can hear my mic. I'm not sure.
Yes,
Okay.
we,
Well, then
we
I
can
don't have to
hear
tap
you, but
again.
you can't
I
hear
can't hear a
us.
thing. I can't get. I've tried headphones. I've tried speakers. I got something has died. That's probably
Uh-oh.
why I was fighting so much earlier. So I'm going to leave this. I mean, I'm going to keep working on this. Y'all just have fun. I'm going to. I'm going to be here. Um, Text me if you need me to do something. Well, I'm going to keep working on this.
Yeah, see if you can get that
But
fixed.
we may just have to call it. But y'all do
We got
whatever
some
you want while I'm working on it.
technical
So
difficulties. This is nothing we haven't had before.
I may be able to figure something out. I just don't know.
We can't hear you
Oh,
anyway, Stacy. You got his phone number, right?
well, we can go like this.
You might have to send me his phone number so I can text him too. Thing is, he had it all up and running. That's the weird part about it.
Yeah, but it was intermittent. When you were talking to him, he couldn't hear when you were trying to talk to him. Right?
Trying to hit him in group chat,
Oh yeah. Yeah, tell him to check group chat. Text him that one. The private chat or group chat, either one.
Um,
Private chat or group chat or comments. Oh, he ran away.
oh,
Look at this length of that cord. He's got a 100-foot cord on there. No wonder he can't hear. Losing all his amps.
hang on one second. I'm going to see if I can do this. So this might be interesting. So hang on.
You come back in if you fall out.
Hey,
Hello, Hillbilly?
I can hear you. Is
Can
that
you
it?
hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get this. I got it way too loud. I'm not getting an echo. Am I getting an echo back?
Not on our side.
Okay, great. So let me do some fine tuning here, and I'm back. Okay.
I think Stacy just jumped off to text you to check the private chat, but you're back.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay, got
Did
it.
I make
Got
it?
fixed.
Yes, I fixed it. Okay.
Okay, now.
There's
Yes,
your
now.
cat, Stacy.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Bob.
We talked about cats the whole time you were gone, Hillbilly.
Cats?
And
Yeah,
cats. Yeah.
cats in the poop box.
Okay,
Oh,
now I got it.
yeah.
Now.
Hello,
Okay.
Bob.
No. Where were we? Oh, that was ridiculous. Oh, there is something that let me see. I forgot vases. I made heart vases.
Oh, look at that.
Cool.
Those are really nice.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Okay, now back to no. What were you saying on the paper? On the paper bag?
Okay.
Make them big for a minute.
Yeah, yeah. That's There we go.
All right. So we got a hopper here. And, the sluice comes down. We got a screw at the bottom. And we'll have to have a tank at the very bottom
Right.
and a pump.
Right.
And right here where the sluice comes in, have like a little tray or something.
Sediment tray, yep.
And,
Right.
to catch the bigger rocks or whatever. And
Right.
then my top view would be, all right, hopper is here.
Yep. Screw in the
Yeah.
bottom.
Into the sluice, into the hole, and the pump would be like sitting here or something.
Okay.
So that was like my quick sketch.
That's really good.
Okay. Cool. Hey, what about Gorilla bars down there at the bottom of the sediment tray? I could have it printed, designed in there to where the water dropped down through there and any.
Gorilla bars. You mean grizzly bars?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, grizzly bars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yep.
Yeah.
That
sorry.
would be
I knew it started with a G.
just something to, catch the bigger stuff. And then you'd be able to remove that tray and then take that thing and slosh it around and rinse it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Any sediment, because,
Right.
and I was just thinking, bringing that pump up just a little bit to, for the intake doesn't start getting a bunch of sediment in there.
Either that or put the pump in another cup or a bucket so the water has to go
Yeah.
over and back down.
You could even
Yeah.
almost, no, that would be a pain in the butt. You could put, let's say, that might be a pain in the butt to rinse out, but you could put, let's say, little baffles in the bottom. But
Yeah.
then when you're rinsing it out, it would, that might be a pain to.
Well, not really, because since we're designing it, you know how a shop vac, all of the workings just kind of snaps on the top.
Yeah.
Right.
We could just make this whole thing snap on that. Now, and the reason that I like that idea is because I was about to ask you. See, I would like to have it totally self-contained, to where
Right.
all of the work. But you just had a good point. Somebody else might want to run it out a couple of 5-gallon buckets,
Yeah.
or at the creek without with nothing.
Right.
So in that case, we're looking at if we make it to where we can just take it off and then snap it back down.
Oh yeah.
Then all we have to do is redesign the top, and we could
Mhm.
have a 5-gallon bucket lid that actually fit on a 5-gallon bucket that
Yeah.
snapped onto.
Yeah, that's true too.
See, and so it'd make it modular and open source kind of, to where you could put it anywhere.
Yeah.
So I like that. So I like the idea of having the dividers, the dams in there to
Oh,
trap
these
the sediment. Yeah,
just
Sediment
to kind
traps.
of
yeah,
up and over. It was just, it was
Right.
one of those thoughts.
Okay, so we really ought to start at the very bottom of this thing. I'd started in the wrong place.
So those would be.
And how many inches of run do we need?
Well, that would be.
Depends how long you want to run it. How much volume you want to put.
Oh, wait a second. If we did it. Okay, if we did the same way you were having, we could actually, let's say that we make it to where the run goes out 3 inches, drops, and then comes back 3 inches. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Now let's take that section and make it a module. Now, when you set that up, you can stack it, and every time you stack one on there, you're putting 6 inches. Okay.
yeah, that would.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So if you're only wanting to run it with 6 inches, you just use one of those. But if you want to catch really fine stuff and you need it to run longer, you could put 3 of those in there and actually have an 18-inch run.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you drop, you re-stir up your stuff. You want to get the classification down where the water, the heavies
Okay,
come down to the
that was going
bottom
to be
of
my
the.
next question. Yeah, that was going to be my next question is how do we make the turn?
You just make
Have you seen the gold cube? How they have that drop?
well, it comes through,
I've
and
not
then
seen one personally. I've seen in videos of them, but I've not ever.
your next run would just have to be, let's say, a half inch longer than this one,
Right.
and it'd be the same thing as dropping out of your hopper box into here. Then you just have to make sure your next run would be a half inch longer, and then and then if they wanted this one, you just have to shuffle them back and
Right. Right.
forth.
But I mean, but to keep it from, you want it as undisturbed as possible, though, right?
Well, it'll drop and be turbulent right there, and most of your gold, when it hits, let's say, the first bit of your mat and it spins, it will stay there for a little bit, and
Yeah, yeah.
it will settle there. So
Okay.
you'd
Okay.
have gold
Gotcha.
catching right at the bottom of your hopper box, and then you'd have another turbulent, spinny spot right at the next drop. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you'd
Yeah.
have like little gold drops.
The waterfall catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So now my next question. Um, I'm just thinking of things as I'm sitting here building this. Okay, a level. If we put a little bubble level on there, that would
Yep.
help, right?
Oh
Just
yeah.
actually have it mounted, built into it.
Right.
Okay. Um, okay, here's the other question. I was looking the other day. I think I can make hydraulic riffles.
Really.
Yeah. Would that help? I just don't know on something this small if it would even help.
It might. I don't know. I'm thinking everybody's just going to be running the
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
pay dirts and cons.
Yeah.
I know
Really
that
big
cleanup
fine
mat
stuff.
that I
Okay.
got
Yeah,
will.
I didn't think it would be that helpful. I just wanted to point out that I figured out a way to do it.
No.
So, um, really, it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, you could just make a modular for you could like kind of like Legos and just stack. The only other thing you might have to do would be if they're just running one run of the riffle, you'd have to have, let's say, a ball valve for they could maybe turn it down.
Right,
And then if they're running, let's say, three, or make it modular for God, you could stack them up however tall you wanted,
right. Just,
and then you just open up the ball valve and then have
but,
enough flow.
but I don't think you would need more flow. Think about
Huh.
it. You're not changing the width or the height, or, I mean, the only thing you're changing is how long it's going to be running.
Right. Yeah, you
So,
should, as long,
so
yeah.
I don't think you would have to change the flow. Now you might have to, because of that waterfall effect, you might have to adjust it a little bit, but I don't think, but that's for that waterfall, not for
Right.
the length.
Right.
So
And maybe just the lift, because I don't know how well those aquarium pumps will lift 2 foot easy.
Well, yeah, and seeing I'm using a nice pump,
Oh, I,
built in. It's going to have
I,
its own pump built in that'll handle. I look it up. It had the cubic feet flow rate and all that on it.
if you
I'm
don't have
just
the
thinking
if you don't have the
it
water
might need to
volume,
be shut down just a little bit, give them the option to
Yeah,
slow it
yeah,
down.
yeah. You're going to have a rheostat on there to go ahead and turn it up and
Oh,
down.
okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to turn it all the way off to up to full blast, I guess.
Yep.
The angle. Do we need to have a way to adjust the angle of the runs?
Well,
So if
if
you
you're,
don't have enough flow, then you have to increase your angle. But if you have enough flow, you should be okay.
but this
Okay.
is, would be, let's say, a desktop in theory, and it's going to have bubble levels on it. So you should be able to, you know, dial it right in. How well, we could go crazy with this and put, little screws in, or like twist screws but really, let's say in that 4x6 or 4x12, whatever it's going to end up being, really, how much is it really going to make a difference?
Yeah.
Because, how many times really do you make sure your sluice is absolutely perfect? I never do. I throw my crap in the creek and go, yeah, it's running okay, or stick a rock under here. Oh, it's
Right.
running better. You know what I mean?
And you
Yeah.
shovel for 10 minutes and you're out of whack anyways, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we set it a well. Hey, remember we're doing this modular.
Right.
We could actually have. I'm just going to throw some numbers out of my butt here. An 8-degree module. You could have a 12-degree module. You could have a 14-degree. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You could have different ones, and you might want to run them both. Stack them
Right. Yeah. We could
because
make it modular, and you could have. Well, in theory, it's 1 degree or 1 inch per foot.
Correct.
Plus or
7.
minus, and
right.
there's nothing in a perfect world. And
That's why I started at 8 degrees.
Yep.
right. And
Yep.
so what is that? Well, that's 10, or what is it, 12 degrees, 10 or
Yeah.
12?
Yeah. Well, yeah. 1/12. It's 1/10. 1/10 would be 1 inch per 10, and 1/12. So that So you're talking 10.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
minuscule degrees, and
Right. Right.
and nobody in their right mind is getting nothing perfect
Right.
if you're
And
out
but
in the field and that kind of crap.
and the cool part about it is we're going to put these things up as STL files, to where if somebody wants to build one, they can
Right.
just 3D print it. So if they want to modify it, they can. We'll just come up with what we want and set that as
Right.
a standard. And
And then they can go wild and put like, let's say, leveling screws and this or that, and
right.
augers that maybe you could put your hopper clear down on your desk, and it could auger clear up and then drop it into the sleeve. There's
Yeah,
a
because
billion
next
ideas.
next we'll have to make a little bitty baby excavator so that we can pick
Yeah.
up our concentrates and put them over.
Yeah, have a little bowl,
Hey, Ernest.
and then it would, yeah, just put a little scoop at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah, ask the cats to do it.
but if at the simplest on this, for less than $10, you're going to be able to go out and print this thing and get it going.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, what we need to do though is come up with some standard sized Legion sluice mats that will
I'm
perfectly fit on there.
So what length are you guys thinking?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. If we go out 3 inches and back 3 inches, you're talking about 4 inches wide by 3 inches long.
Well, yeah, that's easy. You just need you just need 2 mats.
Why don't you just go 4x4 then, Hillbilly?
Yeah, that's right. 4x4 would be a lot easier to keep track of, wouldn't it?
Okay. Well, the only thing is, I like my mat. I like to run my sluice boxes a little thin, a little skinnier, because then sometimes you get that water speed. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I can do either way.
Well, it's modular, remember? We can
But
have a
yeah, but not
4x4
width.
and a 3. not the width, but
Right.
if you stay with 4, you can go. Well, we could actually, as we're designing it, just design a 3-inch model.
It don't matter to
I mean,
me.
it's just that
Four by
It's
four
just that
work.
it's just that simple. But I wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of different sizes. But
Right.
if we go with the 3 by 3, oh, wait a second. No, let's design this thing to where width doesn't matter, and we'll design for the maximum width. And then we'll design this thing to where the modules for, like, if you wanted a 3 by 3 run, you just put a little adapter in that drops it
Yeah. You
down
could
to
do it
three
that
by
way.
three. That way you can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm thinking 6. I would the 6 in that, so 4. I'm thinking like instead of 4 by 4, 4 by 5.
Okay.
Just to give that the runs just a little bit longer, you know what I mean?
Okay. Remember, it's going to be dropping down. So if you put 5 on it's always going to be twice that for each module.
Right. Well,
Okay.
and the only other thing would be the next module. So your standard one would be, let's say, 4 by 5, and then the other module would be like 4 by 5.5, because you have to, because your material is coming over and
Oh,
it
wait,
needs
wait.
a
Okay,
little spot to fall into.
right. I got you there, but it'd still be 4 by 4 or 4 by 5. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd still be the same size because the whole thing
Oh yeah. Okay. We can
gets
just
moved.
offset everything. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it drops off the end here, but this one drops off the end so that it can start all over again for the
Right. Okay.
right. Or drops to the tank.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So yeah, the other module would just have to be shifted over, let's say, a half or a quarter inch.
right.
I would go half just
I would
because
yeah, I figure half would be.
it's a
But really what
easy.
I was going to do is find out how many millimeters were in a half, and I was going to zero in on millimeters.
No,
I think in millimeters when I design stuff.
well, hang on 1 second.
Heh heh. Okay. Wonder if this still. Let's see if this is still working. Is it? Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's working.
Cool. You can see his helmet back there,
Yeah.
and that's the telescope. There's his skirt that he wears. Ah, cool.
Hey, Lord Shadow, welcome in here.
Don't look at all the junk.
Stacy, we can't hear you. You muted.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Hang on.
Hello, Lord Shadow. Whew. I need to get you some
Here's
keys.
my prayer. I got to take the wife her eye meds.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, definitely she needs those.
yep.
Otherwise, who's going to make your sandwich?
Oh yeah. It was we had my youngest granddaughter's birthday. She turned 9. We had our birthday party today.
Oh, yeah.
She got a for her main birthday present, and what she had asked for was a pink high-speed remote hole punch device.
Hole punch device.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
So
high speed remote. You could put wireless high speed remote hole punch device. You know, so
Cool.
yeah, she got one. Hey, she started using those when she was like 3 or 4.
I think, well, from what this a half inch is about, what, 13 millimeters.
Hey, rookie treasure hunter, welcome. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I cheat. I just say Edgar. How many millimeters in a half inch? Edgar.
Not li-
Edgar. He's not
100.
listening to me. Okay. Yeah. But that's
So
the way I
rookie,
usually do it. I just cheat.
rookie wants to know: are you trying to design a cleanup sluice? Basically, yes. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a modular 3D printed mini wash plant. Yeah.
And
Desktop deal.
4 is about, what is that? 10 10 centimeters and 10 and 13 millimeters, whatever that is.
Okay. So we got
And I'm
mod.
I'm using a really accurate measurement,
Oh,
you
I got
know.
sewing tape.
Yeah.
hey, those are handy when you're trying to have to get the circumference of
Yes, they
something that
are.
you're going to laser on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So I'm trying to work freedom units to Uzbekistan.
Ziggy, how many millimeters in a half inch?
0.5 inches is 12.7 millimeters.
12.7.
13.
Yep.
I always
Lucky
round up.
13.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, I was watching Travis the other day and I decided I like playing with 3D stuff and designing stuff. I decided I wanted to make one that'll automatically feed and control the feed rate and all that. And I I don't know anything about this stuff, but these guys are experts, so that's why I reach out to them. Now, you give me a pan, I mean, I can. When I'm done, you're not gonna find a speck of gold in there. But I'm limited to just panning. Um,
I've sluiced a little bit once or twice in my life.
I've never had a chance, but we don't have a lot of those down here in Arkansas.
There's some pretty good gold down in Arkansas.
Well, every place that I've found, what's given me hope. There's old Spanish mines down here in the state that are listed at the survey, but
Yeah.
all of them's basically the bottom line on every one of them. When you look at the notes on them, is there's not enough gold to be commercially viable.
Well, that doesn't
It,
matter if it's
yeah,
commercially, but
right. But that means even if it's half of that,
yeah, but
I
still,
mean,
but what was
Oh,
gold
that's nice.
prices back when, what's gold prices back then? Even Rock Butcher says if you, um, are in a creek and scoop it out, throw it in a pan, and you're running 7 colors in a pan, colors, that doesn't mean that is viable now for big scale mining. So,
right. But my point was that the
That's what I
reason
like to
they
hear.
quit was that not that they didn't find any gold, they just didn't find enough for them to make a business out of it.
right.
But
Exactly.
for someone like me,
A
I'm
hobby
not
guy, yeah.
trying, I might be able to get enough to have a nice little piggy bank.
Hell yeah. Get it out, get that out, get your nice little vial, work couple of seasons and pull out maybe an ounce and a half, and at gold
Right,
prices now, that's 4,300.
right. At least.
Yeah. At prices now, yeah. The old timers didn't want that flour gold. They threw it away. They wanted nuggets. Remember,
Right.
gold back then was $12 an ounce.
Yeah. Yeah. So
They
it's just crazy.
they didn't
And
want that flour gold. Flour gold is the new gold rush. Let
and
me tell you.
we've all read stories and heard stories about the ones that really made a killing during the gold rush was the ones that carried the eggs and the milk and
Oh
the
yeah,
food and stuff and provided
mine
Mind
the
the miners.
miners.
Mind the miners. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. And that's why I got to thinking, hey, if we wanted to make a fortune, we'll just make mining equipment like I don't know, sluice mats.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I just think if we can make something here that's awesome and we put it out open source and make it to where
Oh yeah,
anybody can add to it and we just have a place where you can go, you want this? Just okay. Hey, we figured out a way to catch mercury. I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
We just
Oh yeah.
add on to it.
And you get somebody that has never panned gold, you know, and but's a 3D printer and prints it out and let's say buys a bag of pay dirt,
Yeah.
a guaranteed bag of pay dirt and throws it in there on his desk at his lunch
Right.
and goes, "Oh my God, this was so much fun!" Boom, we got another person hooked. We're like,
Yeah.
it's like the gold crack dealers, Give them a free sample.
Yeah. And see, that's the way I do it. I mean, I buy the concentrates,
Yep.
because
Hey,
I, I mean, really, I could just buy the gold because I get it to put into inserts and stuff,
right.
inlays. I
Yeah.
mean,
But
so, but it's
but yeah,
fun.
but you have fun.
Yeah,
You like they say, you know what? Chopping wood warms you up twice.
yeah,
You have fun getting the gold out, and then you can see it in the mat, and then you rinse your mats out, and then you can repan it. And so there, we hooked another one.
yeah,
Or
exactly. Ed Zachary. Okay, so really, I'm going to be designing three different things. One's going to be the catch basin.
That's
yep,
right.
One's going to be the center module,
yep,
and then the other is going to be the feeder.
Yeah. Feeder, sluice runs, and
I
tank.
mean sluice
Right.
runs. Yeah, feeders.
right,
Do we need to do the sluice? Well, no, that is the modules are the sluice runs. Okay,
right.
I'm just
The only thing that would change with the module would be just the offsets either way.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
And
and
really,
then if
since
they
they
if you
look,
really wanted to,
since they only have to line up on one end all the way down,
yeah,
you could have a 6 foot run.
no, they have to line up on each end because
But
the
remember, but
water's
wait.
coming this way.
It's always going to line up on this because it's twice as long as what it is. Yeah, trust me on this one.
Well, I was just thinking it's the zig. We're trying to do what, the zigzag.
Right,
This,
but if we do a
this,
6 foot
this.
one, both of those will be 6 feet. You see?
So
So
you're
it's
running.
going
You're gonna,
out, dropping, and coming back. So as
no.
long as it always comes back to here so that it hits the right place in the basin, it doesn't
Oh,
matter how long these are.
well, I was just thinking you take your short modules because the beginning one has one run, and then
Right?
when in doubt, you lift that one up, set your next module up, and then it runs back.
No, no,
Lift
no,
that
no, no,
both of
no,
them
no,
up, and
no.
then so it would
No,
go.
no. I'm going to stop you. Every module goes out and back, both.
Oh, okay.
They have to make it work. Okay? So if you want a 6 foot run, it would be 3 feet long because it goes down three, comes back three.
Hey,
But
PA Patriot.
but you could turn around and let's say um have this module just run and then
Right.
hit and then
I,
go back
it,
and
you,
then keep
Stacy,
it
I know what you're saying. I know
in
what
the
you're saying.
same
But
footprint.
as soon as you do that, you lose control and you now don't have a modular system because now you can
Mm.
put, yeah, because the way your system is, you could put a 6 foot going out and a 2 foot coming back, and now you're dropping all your stuff out here on the floor.
No, what I'm thinking is here. Let me draw it real quick.
Hello, Patriot. What I'm saying basically is you can have a 3 mile run if you want it, but you have to have 3 miles coming back to make it into our modular system so that it
Yes.
Well,
stacks.
no, but if you still keep in the same footprint, kind of like this, if you go, let's say if these are, let's say 4 inch run or 5 inch runs, then you could turn around and bring it back 5 inches and drop it down and bring it back 5 inches and still keep it in the same footprint.
Okay, but that's what I just said. Well, ago, whatever you do, you have to go out and back the same.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
But
said, though.
I
So,
just don't I just don't want to keep going, one way. We could keep it all like the gold cube
right,
is
right, wait,
the foot and
okay, okay, stop. Okay, what I was saying is, it doesn't matter how long they are because every one of them is going to go out. If you go out, you have to come back to make that one module.
right.
Okay. So that here's where it feeds, it drops, it goes out there like that. If you want to go only 2 inches, you still have to come back your two
Come
inches
back
and
two
leave it
inches.
the
Yeah.
same. That way the module will stack.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But
My brain was just
that's why I was saying we can't have a module just be a run going out, because then you could put a 5 inch one going out and drop the 2 inch one right here. Now it doesn't work because you're dropping this stuff 3 inches past where this one is.
right.
See,
I'm just
so
just that just do the zigzag
right,
in the same footprint. Yeah.
and that's good because by doing it that way, it doesn't matter if somebody wants to redesign a module to be 38.327 inches. Yeah, I don't.
Right.
We don't
Oh
care.
yeah. They could go clear out and then come back, but
Or
the
let's say
the
somebody wanted to make a
original's just gonna
module. Let's say somebody wanted to make a module that was out back, out back, out back.
Yep.
Fine, as long as they're out first out and their last back matches up to where it sits in our
Yep.
design, then
Yep.
we're good.
Yeah. My brain was just
So yeah, I knew. I
it,
thought we was talking past
yeah.
each other.
My brain just kind of thinks a little different sometimes and
Oh,
doesn't
that's fine.
process.
Like I said, we were thinking the same thing. We were just saying different stuff.
Right. It's just,
Carl,
oh, Carl.
awesome. Hey, anybody want to? If they want to come up, if y'all want to come up, we can put the link out there. Why don't we put the link up and just pin it
Hell yeah.
here? I'm just going to do that.
Carl's son is going to be joining our Gold Club,
Oh, nice.
and we're going to take him up to the Lincoln Claim and teach him all kinds of good, fun stuff. Maybe some diabolical and shenanigans, and
No, you can't be teaching other people's kids shenanigans unless you're their uncle. Wait,
well, okay. God, you're taking all
I
the
mean
fun out of it.
that's yeah, uncle. That's the cool. That's when you get to go in there and do some wickedness.
And if Scrappy would decide ever to move back to Montana,
Oops. Okay.
but I
Did
know
you?
what's going on, Scrappy, and Florida. I wish we had the weather you guys had, and God, we'd be up, we'd be camped up Spider Mine every weekend and hauling crap out.
Hey, Did you see the creek? The picture for the thumbnail that I did.
Mhm.
That's a creek that I'm going to go see if there's any gold in.
Nice. Yeah, because that little waterfall. Yeah.
Well, see that, and I don't know if this will matter any, but part of that creek is fed by Blanchard Springs that comes out of Blanchard Springs Cavern
Hmm.
up in those mountains and stuff.
That
And
would be a
well,
that would be a rock butcher question.
yeah, I don't know if it'll affect it or not, but I know that around that area, well, Guy in Arkansas is downstream from that. They sell some of the purest silica sand, you know,
Mm.
uh, ever. I mean, they sell it for microprocessors and all kinds. That's the one. Remember, I had the video or the big mines where they had the huge dump trucks going in there.
Hmm.
They got hundreds of miles of mines back up in those hills.
You know what I would do is talk to him and do like they do with the Home Depot. Get a 5 gallon. See if you can get a 5 gallon bucket and pan it out just to see.
Well, yeah,
Can't hurt.
I'm more interested in what's in that river and that creek and stuff because
Right.
I mean,
Oh,
as far as
Chad's in the
I
house.
wish Rock Butcher was here so I could ask him because I think high grade silica and quartz and stuff like that is, I mean, that's usually around when you've got gold, right? Hey, Rusty Nugget, 403.
Trav. So who's winning the? So who's winning the fight? Or the fight over?
I don't, I I like boxing, but I've never watched UFC that much.
UFCs are. I I really got into it when it was like old school, the
Yeah.
Iceman and
I
those
do like.
guys.
I mean, not like, but I mean, I do. It's interesting looking at those big puffy ears on those guys, though.
Oh yeah, cauliflower ear. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
used to it was jujitsu that you'd see that in, but that was before they had the UFC and stuff.
right. And like during wrestling, and it's just with your
Oh,
ears getting smashed and crunched, and
oh no, he's drinking with his boss. That's never a
oh,
good idea.
the American one.
Oh, hey, he's just practicing for our battle. Ta-da! Okay, so I've got everything I need to start putting this thing together.
Cool.
Hey, I need to buy some mats. How much for a mat so I can play with it? You need to
Um,
tell everybody. You need to let everybody know that's watching the stream how much one of the mats cost anyway. So like a 6 inch.
so I can custom cut them for it, and if so, they'll be what? What did we say? What size?
Hey, Tomcat. Well, I was going to start with 4x4.
And okay, well, I was gonna say 4x5.
Well, go ahead and cut it 4x5 because remember we were going to do two.
Right. 4x5. I don't know, $15 maybe,
Okay,
$10.
cool.
We can,
Cool. We'll work it out. I just wanted everybody to know so that they could
yeah,
place orders.
and they'll
Do you?
be, all silicone one piece, and all they just okay. The only other thing is with those runs, we'll have to have a little bit of a lip on each
Okay.
end to slip the mat up under,
Right.
and then for they can butt up against. Otherwise, they'll just wash out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going
So,
to ask about
so
that,
that was
about
a
what kind of retention we need for those. Uh, okay, so why are you? Oh,
Sun is
hey,
already going east.
okay, got it. Um,
yeah, just like a little eighth inch by eighth inch at the bottom, and maybe like an eighth inch by maybe a quarter You know what I mean? Just for the splashing doesn't flip that mat up. You know what?
Gotcha.
Or it slips up underneath.
Right. Yeah, that'll keep it pinned.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I hear Abby in the background?
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Abby.
Hello.
Cleanups. We'll need a way to clean it up real. It'll need to be able to come apart to, and I'm not talking about getting the gold out. I'm talking about actually washing it. You know,
Nope.
to clean it
Right.
up. Hi.
Hi.
That would.
Yeah, because then they can just stick their finger in and push that mat back just a little bit and wrinkle it and slip them out each side. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't have to disassemble as long as you can push
Just
and
get your
pull. Yeah.
finger in there and
Right.
then you can
Lift,
just slip
lift,
it
and
up.
pull. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then the feed rate be set with a knob.
A canoe
And the flow rate, or the water rate, will be set with a different knob.
with another canoe.
A Kanabi.
Canooby.
Okay,
Obi-Wan
so
Kenobi.
put it in and start it up.
Pour it in. And
So where are we going to start the water? Just inside the feed box, or just it's got to be just inside the feed box because
it,
it's modular. Yeah, got it.
okay.
Oh, you know what we need? We
What?
need something. Okay, when it's feeding, it's going to be feeding from a screw.
Right?
That's not 4 inches wide.
That's right.
Oh, but
Okay,
oh, that
so when it drops, if we put
A
a
diverter of some
series
sort.
of V's on there to split up and divert it out and
yeah,
make it equal.
maybe that first one make it a little bit longer, you know what I mean? This an inch longer and with a little,
Oh,
like little
hey,
pins or something where it drops and then it can move out.
tell me if this would work. Okay, if we've got,
Make yourself big. I can't really
oh yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not
Okay,
ignoring you. I'm looking you on the TV. So
if we've got a circle, okay, and it's coming out, that's pushing the concentrate out.
okay,
If I come right down here and put a V, that's going to split it in half.
right.
Okay. If I put another V then right here, that would split each half into half and drop it into 4 piles.
Yep,
Would that work?
that would work.
Okay,
Split and
that would
split.
give
Yeah.
us one pile per inch across
Yep.
the and that's where the water starts hitting it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All we've got to do is make sure there's a way to unclog that, because that is a potential clog area.
Right.
Then that should be fine.
Yep.
So it comes down, hits the water, and then all of a sudden we're off to the riffles.
Right. So that like say that first one's going to have to be just a little bit longer. You know what I
Right.
mean for the
Right. So
run.
we'll bring it down to where it comes within an inch of, no, within 2 inches of it. It would split
Right.
it.
The
Then we
two
split each
inches
one of
and
those
then
where we have
and then
equally
split both
spaced ones.
sides. Yep.
Yep.
Might have to experiment with it a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
okay. So then it goes over the riffles, through the woods, drops down, and then the final one, I'm gonna have some 45-degree printed grizzly bars
Okay.
actually on it that
Yeah.
will come out to a chute that you can catch, put your little cup under it or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then the rest of the stuff will let drop down into another catch basin that's underwater, so that the water drops down into it and then a lot of the sediment will set in it. It'll be to where you can reach in, pull it out, dump it, put it back in.
Yep. Yeah, that's
And
what
then
I was
really the rest
thinking.
of it's just the intake pump on the other side that pumps it back up, right?
Yeah, and then the other, when if it gets full of sediment, because they do, you can lift that off, slosh it, and wash that out, refill it, and set it all back together, and
Right.
you're off to the races again.
And of course, if you want to do it in your own bucket and design your own way, you just unsnap it off of
Right.
and put it on your own. I think we've got everything we need for a design now.
You may not
Yeah.
even need the grizzly bars, because you got to remember whatever material you're putting in there has to make it through the auger.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's true. You could maybe put the quote unquote grizzly bars
On top
up
of the
on
hopper.
top by the hopper, and then
Yeah.
you dump it in, and then the little grizzly bars run out to another little,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
yeah, good call.
Right, and see, and that's something that I never would have caught. Matter
Yeah.
of fact,
Grizzlies
even
go on the
after
hopper.
using it,
Yeah.
I never would catch it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd hate to go and run it, and all of a sudden a rock drops in there, and then you got to tear everything apart. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, you're not gonna believe what I've been doing. Oh, I just ruined a $30 notebook.
So,
I'm supposed to use these erasable pens on it.
and you didn't.
I used the pen I made on it, so that page is ruined.
Yeah, because then
I'll never be able to erase it off.
my super drawing, have the grizzly bars here, and then all your big rocks come off this side, and all
That's
your
right.
pay dirt stays in here.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah,
That'll work.
yeah.
Okay, does chat
Feel
have
the
anything
power
to
of
add?
the grocery bag.
Does chat have anything to add?
Oh, Scrappy's like, don't forget the cup holder.
Oh yeah, we got to put a cup holder in it.
A refrigeration unit for and spirals for it keeps your beverage cold or warm.
Let's see. Little wheels on it to where you can drive it from
Yeah,
one site to another. Little
remote
RC
control.
car, little remote
Yeah.
radio car. Hey,
Oh, geez.
we could 3D print a little Parker Schnabel to yell at people.
Yeah. Kind of like the what is that button you push, for
Yeah.
let's say stop or something, and
Panic button.
yeah, panic button, and it would just yell at you, random.
Yeah. Shut the plant down.
Yeah. Idiot.
Because I
That's
said so.
you.
That's basically what it boils. Oh wow, that's getting big over there. Where's the beer
Yeah,
supposed? Yeah.
we could have the insult button. Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, by the way, that Scrappy. Okay, remember what I can do. I can make bobbleheads out of you guys.
Oh God.
Oh God, that would be ugly.
No.
Scrappy, that's a great idea. Look, I made a bust of my wife. See, so
Mine would just be a big question mark. That's it.
and I'm not going to say that. Oh, yeah. I hope she doesn't. I hope she's not watching.
I always wondered why they called it a bust.
Yeah.
That's right. Can I rounds, and you need to make me.
Oh, the can rounds. He's talking about his cannon.
Oh, the can. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, cannon. Gotcha. Cannon. That's what. Okay, I was like, wait, the can. Dan, 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 dan.
Yeah.
I can see him out there with
Yeah.
little mini.
We don't
want
to see Scrappy lifting his dress. Well, we don't want to see Scrappy in a dress.
Kicking, dancing, and Sequins. A lot of
Yeah.
sequins.
Yeah. Many sparkles. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this
man.
doesn't have to be totally accurate. You don't have to catch gonorrhea or anything.
Yeah. Too much glitter. I'm having flashbacks on
Oh,
when I was a single guy. Yeah.
you used a lot of glitter then, did you?
We won't discuss that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he was hard up. He needed the money.
I had
Well, I don't know why, but Kingpin
Yeah.
just flashed through my mind. Y'all remember when he was when he ran off and was stripping?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just see Stacy up there.
Hey, $10 is $10, huh?
That's
That's
right.
right.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you think I got all my mining equipment? Never mind. We won't. TMI, TMI.
That see, with me, I could make a fortune as a stripper because I'd yank all my clothes off and then tell them the more money they threw, the more I'd put back on.
right.
Oh, SSM.
SSM.
That's a new one.
That is silver stacking machine.
Oh, well, cool. Thank
I
you for
think
coming in.
either that or it's an imposter. Is it an imposter?
I don't
Links
know.
at the top if you want to come up.
I've known a guy
Hey,
that would
Mike.
do a snake and they would do it.
Hey,
Mike for
Mike for
democracy. Okay.
democracy. Hey, Angela. Yeah. Oh, silver selling machine. That's what I said, didn't? Oh, so
Yeah.
I said stacking, didn't I?
Stacking. Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, my brain's still not put back in gear yet. Okay.
Yeah.
But the links at the top, Angela, come on up. Come up and let's
Her pants at
you
least.
can say
You know.
hi. So here we go. You know what?
Uh-oh. What?
I've got a lot. Oh, by the way, you want to see the computer?
Ooh. Hell yeah. What style of computer?
There we go.
Oh,
Acer. And this right here, this is the way it came. It
cool.
says, this computer works, and when you power it up, the password is 123 4.
Okay.
Then you can
Oh,
change the password on the computer. It has Windows 10 on it. So,
cool. Perfect.
but it is an Acer recertified, and I've got like 5 of them. This is the one I had left, and
Cool.
I'll send it to you.
Nice.
So that's that. Now I've got a bunch of other stuff going out, and I need to add something to it. So what we're going to do, hey, you want to see how fast we can fill up a channel?
Uh-oh. Sure. Work your magic. Let's see this. How many we got on
We probably only look at about 3 or 4, maybe.
hit that like button, guys.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Hit that like button.
Purple Heart.
Ooh.
It is Purple Heart. Here, I'm going to pull myself up big so I can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Purple Heart,
Ooh.
and it is brushed. It's satin chrome, the brushed chrome.
Nice.
So it's a twist pin. But if you twist the other end off,
Is it a smelly one?
it's a smelly one.
Ooh.
Look at there. You put your little drops on your wick.
Oh, wait.
And you've got
I put what? Who?
You've got an essential oil diffuser in the end of the pin.
Cool.
So it's an essential oils pin. And you know what? Lisa, hello Lisa. We're gonna
Hello,
give
Lisa.
this
How's it
we're gonna
going?
give this away here in a minute.
Oh.
It's gonna go out with all the other stuff that's going out. So I don't know how we're going to give it away though. Here, I'm going to pull myself. I don't need to be big. Hey, I know, Angela. I need you to come up, run a race.
Yeah,
No, I can do it. I can do it. You don't have to do that. I'm just trying to entice her.
race or a hashtag or I.
Oh, you
Yes.
got the one. Okay, I've got some more that's going out. The one, Rusty, was that the steampunk one? That was steampunk, wasn't it?
That
Because
steampunk one is awesome.
it's one of the ones that's going out in the morning. So yes. And by the way, thank y'all for being patient. Just so
So,
everybody knows, you remember a few months ago when my uncle passed away and I had the funeral and they had lost their son, a few years ago. Well, their son's wife passed away.
oh, wow.
So
Oh,
we
wow.
had that funeral, and then 2 weeks ago Thursday, we had to take my son in for emergency surgery. He had a 6 millimeter kidney stone. They went in, couldn't
Nope.
get it out, so they
Wow.
left a stent in for 2 weeks, and then went back in Thursday to do that. So we had the visitation, the wake on Monday. That we had
Oh,
surgery. Then we had the funeral on Wednesday, and then the surgery on Thursday. And I mean, it's just been 2
hey,
weeks of hell.
you know
So
what?
yeah, but
They'll-
yeah,
it's all good, man.
yeah.
We always get things straightened out, and we
So
always
I'm
fix
going to
stuff.
show him. I want to show him though the pen because it's that's not it. That's Marvin. I keep boxes and boxes. I'm going to take it back out of its box though, so that you can see it. There we go.
Hang on a second.
Look at that. Oh, I got to make it big.
Thank you.
There. That's the one that Rusty Nugget won. And I won't
You said
lie,
he won
this
the
is one of them.
steampunk one, I thought.
Yeah, this is the steampunk. See, it's got it's lever action. Let me see if I can do it without.
Okay.
It's got all of the little gears or connector things, and
That's cool.
that's zebra wood.
That's really neat. I
So
like that.
there you go. Oh, and by the way, this is a roller ball too, not just a regular ballpoint. This is really dark, nice, flowing ink. So, yep, there you go.
Hey, Bits.
What am I printing back here? I'm printing Marvin Martian.
So bits
Here,
on
I
W.
can. I got a new toy that I figured out. Watch this. Let's get that and hit that button there on my phone. And let's say start. Okay, now what's this? Okay, so this is stuff I've already got printed for it. Like there's Marvin the Martian's top of his head. See, that's the stuff that's already done. And this is a telescope. And there's Marvin's helmet right there and his little skirt. When I'm done, it's going to be Marvin Martian looking through a telescope with his Q32 plus whatever that thing is.
P-38 space modulator.
Yeah, that thing. Okay, let's get this back. Was. But yeah, that's what I'm printing back there right now.
Sorry. The
Oh, and
cats
hey,
the cats decide or found out that, oh, I can jump up on the counter, which they're not supposed to be in, and oh, the treat box is open, so I'm sticking my melon in there.
oh, hey, Mike, check this out. I found some and I've got to look it up. Someone was asking earlier. I've got to find out where it is, but I just don't. It's going to take me a little bit. I took a single photo of my wife, and it returned the STL file for the bust. Now I put it in Fusion and added a little pedestal and a name, but
That's
anyway,
awesome.
I've never seen something that would do it from one photo. So we're going to
I
make
haven't either.
Red Dirt Nation bobbleheads.
Yeah. Have to talk to the other guys about that. I'm not sure.
Okay. And I've also got a friend in the hospital right now that I just got a text. They're scheduling his open heart surgery for tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, geez.
So if y'all could say a little prayer for James Hubbard.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Send him
But,
your prayers.
So Angela, you still in here?
Angela was what?
SSM.
I think they had if you look a little higher on chat, I think he had another commitment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, she's
Or-
a she.
Okay,
gonna say,
sorry.
looks like a she
no.
size to me.
Excuse me. They had another commitment. Sorry.
Bum, bum. Okay, let's see. I like spaceship. No, we want spaceships.
Sure.
Yeah, SSM's still here.
Oh, SSM. Oh, okay.
Cool. SSM. Oh, see, I was going to get her to come run a race, but I wish they had like a dump truck that races or excavator races.
Good, man.
But I tell you what, we'll just do the little gonads. Yay! Hello, Angela.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm
Welcome
sorry.
aboard.
I'm sorry I called you a guy.
That's okay.
How's
Hold on.
everybody
I'm wearing
doing?
headphones and it's really weird. I gotta change this.
What?
Sorry, Blitz. I send a few things out. I don't remember what I sent you. Sorry.
Okay, everybody start chatting. If you're in here and you won't in the pen race, say something.
Chat,
Everybody
chat, 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 chat.
That's
Well, I
right.
meant in the. I'll add anybody on panel. I'll add in if it doesn't catch
Okay. Yeah.
you. Okay, I'm hungry.
Garbage
Okay.
trucks. What?
Why'd I say that?
I
Garbage
don't
truck.
know.
Yeah, there are garbage trucks on there. Here, let me share this. Let's see. We'll go present and
Oh my God. My cats have decided they're going psycho. I need to put them in the microwave.
I'm gonna run the little gonads.
Okay, so you don't need me to run a race?
Oh yeah, that's right. You can run it, can't you?
Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Sure. Brought her up on panel, and now you're just. Oh.
Yay. Oh no, this should, hey, we work well together.
Oh, Darren Gray. There's a.
Right, SSM?
Yes, we do.
It's just gonna be a chat race.
Okay.
And there's Daryl and Darren. Oh, Darren. I mean,
Bacon.
Daryl, guess what I got in the other day? I got in the kits for the bubble pipes. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge. Oh, so how did that review go that they sent you the wrong stuff and that kind of or we don't want to
It's
talk about that.
it's working.
Oh,
I fixed it myself and then told them how to do it. Well, let me rephrase that. I told them I knew how to do it and that I would tell them how if they.
oh, okay. So
Okay, what?
maybe it was a ploy. They sent you the wrong stuff that
No,
didn't work
they sent
and
me one. They sent me the machine, but remember, they not even released yet. You know, I got it early,
uh-huh.
but they sent me one that didn't even have itself in the options when you go to set it up the software. So
Oh my God.
the software they sent me to put on my computer, when it went down through there, it detected it as
Something
the
else.
Anycubic Cobra 3. but that's a Cobra 3 Max. The Cobra
Oh.
3 is only a 250 by 250 by 250 build volume.
Uh-huh.
So all of the problems I was having trying to get the thing to work and hit the little deal back there is because it didn't know that it had this huge machine.
Oh, it didn't know itself.
I had to go in and basically rebuild the machine in there one setting at a time and get everything right.
Oh,
And
jeez.
now it's working perfect.
Oh.
So, I mean, and it is an awesome machine, but I am going to, when I haven't done my official review yet, but it
Uh-huh.
is going to point out the fact that it's an awesome machine, but don't get it unless you know how to build one of them
Mm.
because their customer service sucks.
Uh,
Literally. I
Yeah.
mean, you can clean your floor with their, just call them and point your phone at the floor. It sucks the dirt off.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's add, is that you? No, that's me. I added the wrong one. I'm sorry. Yay! Okay, so would you we need to change me from 406, I mean change me to 406 minor because
Yeah.
he hasn't typed in chat. He's up on panel. And then everybody else should be in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm a lame-o. Only for a couple more days. Wink, wink.
Okay.
That was all right.
Hey, this may be the best chance y'all have
Oh,
of
I don't get
getting
to play?
good.
Oh, man.
Were you not in there?
No,
Are
it's all
you,
right.
did you
Huh?
TV
No,
chat?
yeah, yeah. Ed, you were chatting. You should
There
be in
he
there.
is. Minor?
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead and add.
close enough.
Minor. He's young.
I'm young. Yeah.
Yeah, we go ahead and add prairie prospecting in there too, because he's
Really?
and Carl's not up there. Huh? I wonder why. Hold on a second. I'm gonna.
Cisa Anderson?
Are you on live chat or top chat?
I went to live. I'll redo it. I'll just go redo it.
Ooh, I can barely hear you.
Hold on.
That's weird. I'm not seeing Carl and the participants either when we grab the list.
Yeah, they're not there.
That's because they're on my
Lord.
channel.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Wait, but how's it showing up in mine?
Because you're looking on the comments on StreamYard.
Okay, that's right. We got to get.
But she should be able to see the comments on StreamYard.
yeah, but I.
Yeah, but how
I
do we
don't
get?
do
We
that
can't get the
spot.
participants out that way,
I'm not
can
as
we?
good as him.
I tell you
Oh,
what. I know. Here, I'm gonna go ahead.
hey, show me. Hold on.
Oh, I got an idea. Hey,
uh-oh.
Prairie, can you grab your participants and drop them in the private chat?
Yeah.
Because then I can grab those and add them to ours.
Carl Madley.
Okay, Angela, I'm gonna grab this one real fast.
Okay. No, that's good because I gotta go. I'm gonna be going over to show me.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome. See you later.
Okay, grab that.
Crappy.
Okay, so that'll give me my first list.
Lisa was let the dogs out.
Okay.
Are you picking them up, brother?
Yeah, I'm getting that first, and then I'll grab these over here. And got them. Yeah. So there's that one. Boink. And hey, and where
Tomcat
I at?
Josh, are you still here?
That way. Ah!
Lord Shadow's gone. Yeah, I think I got them all now.
They really need to fix that.
Yeah, I got them all.
Okay, good. And I got one more, and then we're gonna run it.
Oh,
Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's do it for 120. And
hit that like
shuffle
button, everybody.
and shuffle it. And good luck. And hey, if I win, it's 406. I forgot to change the name. Hey, at least I remembered just too late.
It's all good.
Well, look at Daryl.
What kind of race is
He's
this?
got
This
a
isn't ducks.
lunchbox. Nah, it's same deal. I just picked a different thing.
Ah,
We got
It
goofy
says it's
minions, or
workers, but I think it looks like little gonads.
little gonads, gonads,
Hey,
and half minions. Huh?
and by the way, I'm going to tell y'all something. I finally can prove being kicked in the nuts hurts worse than giving birth.
No.
Okay, I ain't touching
Hey,
that one.
I heard a female voice said no. How many kids you got?
One. That was enough
One?
to end it.
And
Okay.
that was enough to
My,
end it.
my mom had 3. There's a lady down the road had 7.
Poor
I
woman.
ain't never seen a guy go out and say, would you kick me 6 more times in the nuts? By choice.
Lisa Anderson.
My
Lisa!
my. Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Lisa.
Congrats.
You're full of
Yep.
it, Hillbilly, Lisa says.
My my dad was one of 14, so I don't even want to.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pull this back up here.
It just
And
DJ.
Lisa, there you go. Purple heart and
Cool.
brushed chrome. And that is going to be, I think I've got your address, and just
And then
in
put an
case,
air diffuser. You put some scents in
let's
the
make
top.
sure.
Aw.
2. I'm going to put it in chat.
Scrapyard, are you speaking from experience?
Oh. Oh, thank y'all.
Do we have
we just
Hillbillies?
enjoy this.
I
Why am I so
only have
busy?
his,
I don't want to be busy.
Email?
No,
email
there.
address. I don't have his address.
Okay, I'll email him and get it.
Okay.
So I think we're going to call it a night.
Yeah,
What do
we've
y'all think?
been 2 hours and 3.
Yeah, I think that's good. And everybody, love you all.
Hell
I
yeah.
even like most of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's biblical now. The Bible says you have to love everybody. It doesn't say you have to like anybody.
So,
There's not a single verse in the Bible says you got to like somebody.
so Hillbilly,
Wait,
we didn't finish this, so we got to come back and finish this, right?
finish the design and stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not built yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have more. Yeah, I've got to go in and do the design, and then once I get the design done, won't actually print them, but I'll render the models so we can look at them, decide
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there's
yeah.
Yeah.
anything
Oh
I've
yeah.
done stupid. So I figure, but give me about a week, we'll get all that, and
Oh hell yeah.
we'll
It'll be
meet
awesome.
next week. We'll do the next step, and then the next step, and when we're done, we're gonna have something that we put out there for everybody to download and print or get from us.
Yeah,
So.
I'll have to. I got to make some mats and.
Right. So, chronic pancreatitis. That is, I've heard that is painful. Yes. Now, my youngest son, the one that just had the surgery, he's passed over 40 kidney stones,
Ouch.
and I think he's got like there's 2 more in him right now, even after they got these out. So
Oh geez.
I don't know. He's going to have to quit eating gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think his gizzard's leaking.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Quit. Tell him to quit being out in the long next to the road and picking up rocks.
Yeah. So
Give him some oyster shells or something.
heard what sounded like a BB going off, or hitting the
Bing.
wall, and I said, Brandon, what are you watching?
Yeah. Nothing, Dad. I
Yeah,
need to go in.
my mom had to have her. Did she have to have her gallbladder removed? I know that it was full of like sand. They said it was almost like fish tank gravel. They said
Oh,
it
jeez.
wasn't a big stone. It was just packed full of little bitty tiny gravels.
His
I don't
gallbladder,
know which
probably.
would be
Yeah,
worse,
yeah.
but that's it. That's you know what y'all remember. It's not going to be too long now. We're going to have it scheduled.
Oh,
Tell your
yeah.
friends.
That's right.
Tell your family. Tell everybody. The
Tell your enemies.
battle of the border is on.
And we're
And the first round is going to be me
Exactly.
representing the good United States and Travis representing the evil. No, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Canada. So, I mean, and I've been practicing. I've been watching sad movies, listening to sad songs. And now I told Travis I was going to have my wife sit next to me and kick me real hard anytime I start to look like I'm getting happy. And he said, nope,
Hey.
nope, nope, that's cheating.
Yeah, just have her
So,
kick you in the groin real hard.
Yeah.
no, 6 puppies. Oh, no.
Pair of vice grips or
Yeah,
C
that's
clamps
right.
are not
Yeah.
allowed.
And the other thing, we're going to have to set our alcohols on fire.
So it's going to have to be
Yeah.
at least
Prove that it's
100.
got alcohol in it.
It's going to have to be at least 100
Yeah.
proof.
I don't want him drinking some sweet tea and thinking, acting like it's whiskey now.
Yeah.
If it don't burn, you don't earn. So
Gonna have to
we're
proof
gonna,
it.
yeah, we're just yeah, and I'm sure there's gonna be some laughing here because I got some that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell him the joke without laughing myself.
Yeah, I know. Some of those are. I've seen a few of those, and
Have you ever searched Canadian dad jokes? Go and
I
Google
haven't.
Canadian dad jokes. You come up with a whole different set than if you just Google dad jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was trying to get stuff that he would laugh at, not necessarily me, because if I told stuff like, here's one that I don't think he'd laugh at because he's not from. See, I'm close enough to Mississippi. I get this one. You heard about that the couple that was getting married there in Mississippi, and they started walking down the aisle, and they got down there and they were sitting there talking, waiting for the preacher to start talking, and all of a sudden the guy just slapped the woman, bam, and walked out of the church. And his dad caught up to him down the road and he said, "Son, what happened?" He said, "Dad," he said, "she's a virgin." He said, "Oh." He said, "Well, you're right. If she ain't good enough for her own brother, she ain't good
Grown
enough for
brother,
my
yeah.
son." So, I don't think he'd understand that because don't live close enough to Mississippi. So I was
Yeah.
trying to find Canadian dad jokes,
We got hunter rights.
Yeah.
you No,
I've lived down south.
Yeah, I just know that the humor is different because you should have seen the look on my face sitting there in that movie theater in Toronto watching South Park with all those guys and me not getting it at all, and they're rolling in the aisle laughing.
Canadian humor.
I'm not lying. I said, "I don't get it," and the guy looked at me and said, "You're not Canadian." So yeah. But those were some fun times. Toronto, That was the cleanest place I've ever been in my life.
You don't want to go anywhere near it right now.
Was it that bad? Hey, this was back in the 90s.
Oh, right now your vehicle will go missing.
Oh, jeez.
They
Oh,
will stab and kill you for your vehicle.
For your poutine.
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah, and the poutine. Oh yeah, they'll come and grab grab your car and like carjackings and
Okay,
yeah.
Abby, you're cut off the wine.
Well, I just want to go back to, was it St. Andrew's Market?
Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
that place is awesome. I mean, okay, if y'all have not ever been there, you got to go to Toronto just to go to that market. It's like a 2-story block long food market, like
Oh,
farmers
yeah.
market.
That's like
But
Pike Street.
yeah, there's everything from shrimp to squirrel that
Yep.
you could buy out there already laid out and fillet, and
Squirrels.
shrimp, all the way from little bitty popcorn shrimp up to these things that look like they're the size of a plate.
Yep.
Jumbo shrimp, an
Yeah,
oxymoron. Jumbo shrimp.
They're
those things look
prawns.
like they should have teeth.
Yes.
But yeah, and there was a guy there. He said, "Hey, Ma, you want some jerk?" And I said, "Jerk?" He said, "Yeah, jerk chicken, Mom." He was
Oh,
Jamaican.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I got to talking to him. Man, that stuff was good. I bought a jar of it to take
Oh, it is
home.
good stuff.
oh.
And
Yeah.
I said, "How long you been in Toronto?" He said, "My whole life, Mon." He said, "I was born here." That accent completely went away.
Dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, man, I get more business this way."
Yeah.
He said people come by from him just for the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They think he's patois, but he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, it was great. I mean, the whole thing was, I don't know, it just,
Oh, yeah. Some of
just
the funnest times I ever had was down in Pike's Market down in Seattle when I was going to school with, them throwing fish through the crowd and
yeah.
catching them and throwing them back. And then somebody'd order a salmon. So one guy'd grab one and throw it across the pavilion there. Some guy would just reach up, snatch it, throw it on the table, and then a package would come back with just salmon fillets. There you go. And it was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but there's a few things that I want to do that I didn't get a chance to do. I was writing software for Paperboard the company was Paperboard of Toronto. They made the cereal boxes for Kroger's and all kinds of stuff, but it was paperboard products.
Yeah.
And I wrote the software that monitored all of the readings off the line and stuff like that. So they would fly me up for like 2 weeks at a time, and I think I went 8 or 9 times up there.
No, nice.
And I told them when I went up there, I said, "Listen, I can do all of this remote." They said, "Yeah, but we want you on site." I said, "Okay, then here's my rules. First class airline. I'm not going to fly coach. I'm not going to drive in Canada. You're going to provide either taxi money or something."
Right.
But and and I told him I wanted good accommodation. So that where the CN Tower is, that hotel, that's where they would put me up.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean the way I was looking at it was, if it was so important that they wanted me there, this proved it. Okay, if they would come back and said, "Well, no, we're not going to spend that much," then I'd know they weren't serious. But they were
Right.
serious. But what I didn't get to do, a few of the things I didn't get to go around to Niagara, which I wanted to do that.
Right.
I didn't get to go up in the tower, CN Tower.
Oh,
Now, what I did get to do, and this was hilarious, I went up the first night I was there. I got in, and they had a ball game that night at the stadium. I think they were playing Minnesota. So I walked up to the ticket booth, and I said, "Are there any tickets left for tonight's game?" And the guy said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Are there any tickets left for tonight's game?" He said, "Hold on one second." And he went and got his manager. And all of a sudden I saw him just die laughing. He come out and he said, "We've never sold out this stadium."
Yeah.
he said, "We've never even come close to selling out this stadium." About that time, he pointed at a guy behind me. He said, "Those scalpers over there," he said, "go buy one from them." He said, "because they're starving." So I went and paid $20 for the ticket.
Yeah.
It was front row, right by first base. I could have flipped a quarter and hit the first base coach
No,
in the head
wow.
with a quarter. I mean, it was like crazy. And he was right. There wasn't many people there watching the baseball game.
Oh, jeez.
He said, "Now, if it was hockey, it'd been different."
Yeah.
Well, at least the baseball team wins. The hockey team never wins. So
Yeah.
I like watching hockey. I just don't understand it enough to know what they're doing. It's kind of like NASCAR. I'm watching it for the wrecks. You're watching hockey for the fights, you
for
know,
the fights.
Yeah.
Right.
because I mean one of the best documentaries ever. Matter of fact, it's the second best documentary in the world. Slapstick.
Oh,
Yeah, the best documentary in the world is Discovery or the best documentary in the world is Deliverance.
yeah. Paddle faster. I hear banjos.
Try it. You've got a pretty mouth on you, boy.
Yeah.
Make you squeal like a pig. Okay. I said this a while ago. Good night, people.
Yep.
Ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, take my advice. Pull down your pants and slide on the ice.
Long as it's smooth.
Try.
Thanks everybody for coming in.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Later. Good night.
Have a good night.